From breakfast sandwiches to burgers, this reinvented cloud bread holds up to all your favorite sandwiches. Welcome to the Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. Today's recipe is for cloud bread. And if you have ever eaten low carb, you've probably heard of it, maybe even made it, and maybe even didn't like it like me. I didn't think it was bread-like at all. It tasted very eggy, it didn't hold up, and really I just said, oh, that's just a gimmick. But then I started eating low carb again and I said, let me revisit this. So I reinvented cloud bread, added a few ingredients, and it is perfect for any sandwich you want to make. And I'm going to show you how easy it is and how quick it is. So the first thing you want to do is have 4 large eggs, and I find that if they're room temperature, they're easier to separate. So that's what I do. You can do it right from the fridge though, it's fine. We're gonna separate those. So we're gonna put the egg whites into this mixing bowl and the egg yolks into this one. 3 eggs get separated, so let's do that first. You want to be careful that you don't get any of the egg yolk into the egg whites. That will impede them whipping up. And then the last one, just crack it right in here. Now, either with a stand mixer or a hand mixer like this, you're gonna beat these until stiff peaks. Start out on low, go up to high. It only takes a few minutes to do this. This is what gives the lift and the breadiness of our cloud bread. All right, as long as they're standing up like that, they're perfectly fine. They don't have to be super, super stiff. All right, that's good. Now set these aside. And then you want to preheat your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and put the tray that you're going to bake the cloud bread in the oven. I like to use a light type of metal tray and no parchment paper, okay? Now we're gonna get the blender, blend up the rest of the ingredients and get these whipped up. They take just a few minutes. All right, so use a cup blender and you want to make sure that you add the ingredients in the way I'm gonna show you. It's gonna make it easier for you. If you add them different ways, sometimes it gets really stuck around the blade and you don't want that. So remember, when you're building this, you're gonna go this way. So you want your dry ingredients on the bottom. We're gonna start off with 6 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. And it does not taste like coconut, guys. I promise. Coconut flour is one of those things that will give it body and it makes it have the texture of bread. But you know, if you use too much, it can taste like coconut. This one is perfect. 1/4 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt or kosher salt. 1/4 cup of any kind of shredded cheese. I've used sharp cheddar and this is like a Fiesta blend. Whatever you have, you could even use a mozzarella if you want. I would stay away from Parmesan though. I don't think that's gonna give the exact body to this that we want. And then we add in our eggs, 3 yolks, 1 full large egg, and 2 tablespoons of water. And we're just gonna pulse blend until it is combined. And it's gonna look like kind of a little bit of a runny cornbread batter, which is something I actually have thought of working on, putting a little bit of corn flavoring and seeing if I could make a cornbread version. So we'll see. That's the oven that's been preheating. So it is ready and we are almost ready. That's how quick this is. This next part is probably the most important part. And you want to do this gently. We're going to fold in the yellow egg mixture into the egg whites. And instead of messing up another bowl, this is how I do it. I separate, get a little hole in there. You don't want to dump them right on top. You'll deflate the egg whites. But I found if I just pour it right in the center here, and if you can see the consistency, so it is kind of like a cornbread. It wouldn't taste like cornbread though, unless I added some flavoring. I like eating low carb, but the one thing that I really miss is bread, right? For a quick and easy sandwich. So when I made these the first time and I put them with a burger and I could actually eat the burger like a burger, oh my gosh, life changed that day. Now I make these all the time. You can make them in different sizes and shapes. You can even make them so that they'll wrap around some sort of a sausage. I mean, really, they're so versatile. Now, gently fold. So just go up from the bottom, bring it back down, and again, and again. Very gently, so that you keep the air in the egg whites. What I found is a quarter of a cup is perfect if you're gonna make a breakfast sandwich or a small sandwich. If you wanna make a burger, I recommend going to about a 1/3 measuring cup per bun. This will make 4, so 2 buns. There's tons of different ways to make them too. You can make them on the stovetop. And what I found though is that they're going to be very flat. So both the top and the bottom will be very flat if you make them on the stovetop. The Ninja Combi is a great way to make them. I use the toast function, believe it or not, and I'll write those instructions in my written post. But today I'm going to use the oven because I figure pretty much everybody has an oven. All right, there we go. Now we still see it's still light, but most of the egg whites are mixed in. We are done. Now, lightly oil the hot pan. You want to get whatever measuring scoop or spoon you're going to use. Put them on the pan. And then bake them for 10 minutes. Every single time I make these, I smile. Aren't they beautiful? I was telling Jeff though, I forgot to put sesame seeds on top. So you can top them with whatever you want. And then take a metal spatula and just lift them right off. Oh my gosh, and look at how beautiful they are. Now if you make them stovetop and you flip them, they're a little flatter. So that's why I like doing them in the oven or in the combi. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They're beautiful. Now let them cool down for a little bit because that's gonna let them set up. Meanwhile, I'm making that burger because I'm gonna show you just how they hold up, which is perfectly. And a delicious air fryer burger right on top. Lettuce, tomato, some special sauce. You could put pickles, onions, whatever you want. Look at this. You can hold it like a burger. All right, here we go. It's gonna be messy. I'm going right in because this is for your low carb burger fix. Here we go. It is absolutely perfect. There's like no weird flavor. I love it. Texture's perfect. It holds up. You're gonna love it. The burger's delicious too. I hope you love it.